Hello! In the last video, we saw how to create hover cursors. In this video, we are going to learn about the Make Cursor option in the version 3.03. With the version 3.03, when you click on the Add Cursor, you will have a link here to create your custom cursor. You can either click Cursor Maker here or click on this link to create your new cursor. Okay, the first option is shape. You have three cursor type options: image cursor, text cursor, or shape cursor. When the first option, shape cursor, is selected, there are two elements in this shape cursor. The first element is this little dot, black dot, and the second element is this larger green dot. Let's change the options for the first element. We can change the width, color. Let's change it to a red color. Border width, we don't want any border for this, so we set it to 0. Border radius is 100 by default, which is good. Border color, we don't have any border, so we need no border color. The transition, we want it to be 0. And for transition timing function, since the transition is 0, it doesn't matter if you change this. But if you set a transition duration, then this definitely matters. For the blending mode, let's choose multiply, and for z-index, 101 is good. For backdrop filter, we won't set any backdrop filter yet. But for the second element, let's change the color to a blue color with a little bit of transparency. And let's also change the size from 50 to 60. This time change the transition duration to 300 milliseconds, and transition to is out. The blending mode is normal, and backdrop filter is set to blur with 3 pixels as a value. Okay, let's save the cursor. But before saving the cursor, I'm not happy with the first element color, so I will change it to a different color. This is good. And I will set the multiply to normal. So let's save the cursor. As you can see, our created cursor is added to the list, but we have the option to remove or edit the created cursor. Let's select our created cursor and click next. We want to show the default cursor and hide the cursor on tablet and mobile. Yes. Click next, save the cursor, and let's check it out. Yeah, as you can see, our cursor is added. The first element doesn't have any transition duration, but the second element has a 300 milliseconds transition duration, so it moves slower than the first element. And one more thing is the backdrop filter. As you can see, our backdrop filter is working here. The background is 2 pixel blurred, and that is visible because our color opacity or transparency is not 100, so we can see what is the background. And that's it, how to create your custom cursor.